I've lived in 4 countries, and I think I've traveled to 20-some others. But the funny thing is, each time I walk under the sign reading Ray Kushner Yeshiva High School or receive some sort of email from an upcoming reunion, I really have no problem remembering why I was most happy here. So it all comes back here to high school, to my first time on stage, to my first time writing.
It's just the warm, welcoming environment here at Kushner. Everyone's always, just holding your hand, kind of showing you the ways. It's definitely a community feel and a family environment.
I learned so much here. It was such a warm and loving environment, and I've really missed it every single day.
Students recognize that we are here to embrace, support, and inspire them. Through that recognition, they begin to understand, to take initiative, to be proactive, and to engage opportunities for learning in the classroom and out of the classroom.
Our students are initiators and have a voice in the programming in our school.
My friends and I, we had a strong interest in science and technology. So we decided to go to the school administration and ask them if they could somehow facilitate this desire. They actually ended up creating a STEM program that still exists today.
Our STEM program, the skills that program is developing, is going to help cultivate the future scientific leaders of the 21st century.
I went to Columbia University and I was in the pre-med track, and I majored in neuroscience and behavior. So it was definitely very heavy in the sciences, and I think Kushner did an excellent job preparing me.
I definitely don't think I could have had any better preparation for science at the college level and graduate level than the training I had here in this building.
Our students take on leadership roles, both while they're students here and after they graduate and become alumni.
I was given an opportunity to have a big leadership role in the school. I got to help out with Battle of the Bands, Kushner Cup.
I was on the committee for Battle of the Bands, and it was a great experience to plan such a great charity event.
My job is to be the communicator between the bands and our school.
Performing in it was awesome. It was a great experience, one of the best I've ever had.
In 2014, after recovering from a double lung transplant, I realized that, sometimes when you're homebound or you're in the hospital, you really don't feel like yourself. And I realized there was a real gap in the marketplace, but also just for individuals who are homebound for extended periods of time or hospitalized. I started Manicare so that everyone can feel pampered and feel like themselves and get uplifted a little bit by just basic human care. Throughout my years at Kushner, just as much as there was a focus on academics, there was a focus on kindness and what can you do, to make the world a better place. Everything I learned here was that each person can make a difference, and I wanted to do that with my life, and I wanted to do that with my career.
Students are encouraged to look at Tanakh through a learning circle of comparing and comparison through literature and through writing.
There is such a consistent sense of warmth and caring that exists throughout the school. And I think in particular when it comes to the Judaic Studies faculty.
We want the learning that they do in high school to be just the foundation of the much more intense learning that they'll hopefully do in their lives far and beyond the walls of this yeshiva.
The teachers at Kushner helped me learn to appreciate Israel and everything that I have there now. Living there for 2 years, I was able to go to an all-Israeli yeshiva and really stay up to par with the Israelis in the learning, and in the army be able to really understand Israeli history and where everything's coming from because of everything I was taught and I learned here.
Last year we started a new program called the VAD program, which has really become wildly successful with our students, where students dedicate around 20 minutes a week of learning that's not connected to anything that's going on in the classroom.
When the students decide what it is that they want to learn, and during free time or during lunch or after tefillah, the teacher and the students will learn together. And it's a really wonderful opportunity as a teacher to become closer to a bunch of students and for the students to be closer to the teacher. And it makes this beautiful relationship between the students and teacher in a really unbelievable learning environment.
Recognizing the importance that tefillah has to be personal, RKYHS differentiates tefillah experiences to give students more opportunity to connect with tefillah on a meaningful level. There are women tefillah groups, there are Sephardic tefillah groups, there is a minyan for 11th grade and 12th grade, giving opportunities for students to become part of the vibrancy of a Beit Midrash which is filled with the song and tefillah.
We incorporate Sephardic culture in tefillah and also in the learning. Every day we offer a Sephardic minyan where students have the opportunity to read from the Torah, be the chazanim, and to even learn a little bit about Sephardic and minhagim of Sephardic tefillah.
When I'm marching with my unit in the field, the only thing I could think about is marching with my family and with my school in the Israeli Day Parade in New York City. It brings back memories and it gives me motivation.
I bring a variety of cosmopolitan attitude to Jewish history, and there are few places in Europe that I really intimately know, including the languages, and I think that this passion for the places and the interconnection of the places with the language, with the culture, with the Jewish history, it really makes the classes that I teach in Jewish history very, very unique.
I think one of the things that makes the Ray Kushner Yeshiva High School so special is the guidance team. Each student, when they come freshman year, is assigned a guidance counselor that will follow them through all 4 years, allowing them to gain a personal relationship with a staff person.
I enjoy coming here each year, particularly because I know that the students are prepared, they're engaged in the process, and I really credit that to the guidance staff here in terms of having the students not only be excited about college, but being prepared to have real conversations with college representatives that come to visit.
I truly enjoy my role as freshman grade advisor because I get to oversee their entire transition into high school. We want to give the students an opportunity to create new friendships and bonds through programming and extracurricular activities.
At the beginning of each year, we take the entire school on a school-wide trip. Tiyul Beit Sifri is a unique way for our school to come together and build new friendships as we embark on a new school year.
Our pedagogic model is based on the idea that learning is personal. And as a result, every discipline, every curriculum, and every teacher offers opportunities for students to pursue their learning experience not only as a class, but also as an individual.
Our classes are instructed in a way that help to develop the particular skills that students need for that level.
To make them feel secure, to make them feel cared for, and to take them where they are and to try with our passion to bring them into a love of literature. The goal is that they learn to make connections with what they're reading, to become interested, to become passionate, and to have confidence that they can take the next leap. It might be uncomfortable to write a different kind of essay, to do a deeper analysis, but if they feel supported, then they can take that risk, they can take that leap, and they can accomplish more than they ever thought they'd accomplish.
When I teach, I try to change it up a little bit so that it stays exciting and it stays fun and fresh, whether it's teaching frontal or having chavruta work or having students walk around, staying engaged, doing different sort of activities.
In AP Psychology, we're obviously very much oriented towards the AP, and I want them to do fantastically well on the test. But at the same time, I really want them to get the information, not just memorize it. So today, for instance, we were learning about the neuron. We didn't just list the parts and then move on. I actually had them draw it out on their desks so they can get a really hands-on understanding of how the neuron looks and how it works and how it functions.
If you're a jock, if you're interested in the arts, if you're talented in science, if you're talented in computers, whatever it is that you have an interest in, we are exploring the full gamut of human life here in this school.
This year, we started a woodworking chug. This gives the opportunity for students to do hands-on crafts work in a fun and safe environment.
I love video production class because it's kind of unusual to the normal classroom setting. We kind of go out in the hallways, we're filming things, seeing what looks good in a shot. So once we have our actual video, then I'm able to use the skills that I was taught in class to edit it, and I feel like that's just an important thing to be able to do.
Every Thursday, the school brings in a program called Seed, and we get incredible speakers that tell us their experiences. They reflect on our lives too, and we get to feel what they felt, and it's just such a big impact on our lives.
The time that really installed within me a sense of joy from theater and performing was my junior year. I was in Pygmalion, right here on this stage. It was exhilarating, and it made me want to create theater of my own. Right after I graduated college, I actually wrote a play, and it premiered this past July in the Midtown International Theater Festival. It was really amazing, and it all started from my love of theater and being on this stage right here.
I am part of the drama program for the second year in a row, and this year we are putting on the production of Beauty and the Beast. It's a great way to meet new friends, and it's a lot of fun.
Here at Kushner, I play volleyball, soccer, and swim. And I really enjoy being on the team because you have like an atmosphere of unity and you're able to bond with people who are in other grades and just really feel like you're on a team and that you're working for a common goal.
So one of the really amazing and special things about the team is that after the game when we come into the locker room, win or lose, we always have each other's back.
Friendships from the basketball team, the guys on the team are still among my best friends today.
We are crafting, through the efforts of many, many talented educators, a happy, positive environment in which not just students, but the entire community is thriving.
I invite you to explore the RKYHS difference. The foundation of our educational program begins with a respect for learning and a respect for our students.